Well, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that with just over 2 months left to go of his presidency, President Joe Biden seems to be attempting to start World War III by escalating the Russia-Ukraine war. Now, before I say anything else, I want to say that if this war is turned into World War III, I'm already against it because there is no good side of this war. Russia is pretty much communist, and Ukraine has literal Nazis. So there is no good side in this war, and America has no business in it to begin with. And I believe the only reason that President Joe Biden is so interested in Ukraine is because he was using them as a bank to keep his illegal business dealings and the money he was getting from those business dealings a secret from Americans. But that is the ultimate reason I believe that Biden had his eyes set on Ukraine so much to begin with. The Ukraine-Russia war has nothing to do with us, but Putin is a madman who has nuclear capabilities. And this dumbass of a president we have today, who doesn't know where he's at half the time, authorized Ukraine to use U.S.-made missiles against them on Sunday. Why? What in the hell are you doing, Biden? Do you not care about the lives that could potentially be lost here? We should be leading the escalation tactics, not escalating it. But no, you escalate it by telling Ukraine they can use missiles that we made. And Putin has already updated his tactics, saying that if a nuclear power like the U.S. actively aids Ukraine in attacking Russia, he sees that as an act of war. Now, this should be an impeachable offense because no declaration of war has been made. The president has to ask Congress, and Congress has to vote on it. And as I just told you, we have no interest really in what Russia or Ukraine is doing. But we should be trying, because of Russia's nuclear capabilities, to use our position in this world to de-escalate. No one wants to see World War III. But they claim that the reason they authorized this attack was because Russia now has 10,000 North Korean troops in the Kursk region of Russia, and that's what Ukraine was attacking with our missiles. Now, on Tuesday, Russian forces shot down 5 of the missiles and disarmed a 6th. And fortunately, it exploded on the ground. There were no injuries as of what's been reported for right now. So I'm glad that no one has been injured. I don't want to see anyone die. And America should be advocating for peace, not ramping up a war. But you know what I think is happening here? Joe Biden is trying to start the war, so it puts President Trump, who has already said that he would end the Russia-Ukraine war and that it would have never started if he were president. He's trying to put him in between the rock and the hard place before he's elected. And Russia and America and Ukraine would all suffer. All the nations of the world would suffer because of this. But Joe Biden doesn't care. Joe Biden doesn't care about the loss of life. We should not be funding Ukraine because Ukraine has literal Nazis. And yet, our Congress has voted to fund Ukraine. There are no good people in this war. It should end because of the implications that it has for the rest of the world. But what are we seeing here? Escalation. This should lead to Joe Biden's impeachment. But I don't believe it will because nobody, it seems, with the exception of Thomas Massey, who suggested Biden's impeachment on X, has the balls to try to do it. But this should outrage every single American, because Joe Biden did not ask Congress to declare war against Russia. He acted alone and authorized Ukraine to be able to use our missiles. What are we doing here? This can only lead to disastrous consequences, because if a madman such as Putin feels backed into a corner, who knows what he's going to do? So I would ask you, please pray for your country. Pray for America. Pray for Russia. Pray for Ukraine. Pray for all parties involved, that we would cool tempers and not try to ramp them up and to create a situation of madness that has disastrous consequences potentially for the whole world. If you agree with me, please do me a favor. Please help me to get this out, because I want people to know that there are no good sides in this war, and America should be using its position to de-escalate, because a potential world war would have disastrous effects. We're talking about something with nuclear capabilities, so this must be stopped at all costs. I'm not saying this to fearmonger. I'm just telling you, because of the reality of the situation, when you have multiple nations who have madmen in charge with nuclear capabilities, innocent people are going to die, possibly like the world has never seen. So I want this de-escalated at all costs. Please do me a favor. Please help more people to see this. Please like it so it helps out the algorithm. Please share it on your pages. And please subscribe to my channel for more content. It helps to grow and expand the channel.